Perfect reason why I don't like you, Facebook. This happened during my launch party last night too, guys. I don't understand. Facebook knows I don't like it, and it always just shuts the app down. I have no other tabs open. I have nothing open, like, at all. My phone's on the charger, like, everything's going great. And then Facebook closes out my live video. This happened literally last night during my launch party. I was doing a live, and the app just closes out. I don't know why, it just doesn't like me. And I don't like Facebook either, so it's mutual. So we'll give it a couple seconds for everyone to jump back on. I am so sorry that Facebook hates me. Like, and now my lighting's messed up too, so that's good. Awesome. Okay. So let me just give you guys a couple seconds to get back on here. Oh, that is so annoying. And now I lost my place too. Oh gosh. All right, I see Lisa and Melissa are on with me. Guys, I'm so sorry. This thing is just like, it literally hates me. I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, so I'll just wait a couple seconds. Literally, I have my pen and no notes because I just don't do notes. I've never been like a note person, and yeah, let me just close that while I wait a second. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry that happened. I don't understand. Like, why does anybody else's phone do that? Because there's nothing wrong with my phone. It only does it when I'm live on Facebook, and that's it. It's done it so many different times. We were talking about ways to increase followers. Yeah. So, okay. I'm just gonna hop right back in. Okay, so yes, using the hashtags, and like I said, it doesn't always work by, you know, following people and then liking their first like 6 photos and leaving a comment, but it does, I would say 90% of the time. And I wouldn't like just follow random people, but ones that are using similar hashtags like I talked about are definitely people that will be interested in our products. Gosh, my lighting is like weird now. If they are people that will be interested in our products, so it's definitely a great option to do, and that's just what I've done. I know there's probably a million other ways to increase followers, but that is a trick that I've learned that has worked for me really, really well. Okay, so we've talked about lighting, we've talked about increasing followers, we've talked about using hashtags. And one thing that I do want to say about using hashtags is you want to make sure that you have a public profile. So the reason why you want to make sure you have a public profile when you're using hashtags is because if someone goes and searches your hashtag, the only way that they're going to see it, unless they follow you, if they don't follow you, it will show up under the hashtags. But if you're private and they don't follow you, your pictures will not show up at all. So you want to make sure that you do have a public profile. I know sometimes it's kind of weird because of like if you are posting your kids and stuff like that. I know some people are like really weird about that, but I 1,000,000% think that it's really, really important to have a public profile for sure. If you're just hopping on, you guys, I'm so sorry. My phone, literally, I don't know what happened. The Instagram live just shut off. I mean, the Facebook live just shut off, and it's done this to me. Like, it did it last night. I don't know why it does it. It just doesn't like me. So if you're tuning in now, that's what happened. So I'm sorry about that. Best thing, do you ever go live on Instagram? Any tips for that? I'm much more of an Instagram person too, not a Facebook lover. Lisa, I do go live on Instagram, and I will do like a get ready with me, but the only bad thing that I don't like about Instagram is that your live video only saves for 24 hours. So you're kind of, after that, your followers can't see it anymore. So what I like to do is, like, if I'm doing a full get ready with me, I will do the whole thing on my story, and that only saves for 24 hours unless you do save it as a highlight. So I will get into the highlights. So I am obsessed with the highlights. So I have a million different ones, not a million, but I have a few different ones, and they're very, very organized. So I have like a skincare one, I have a makeup one, and then, so if I were to do a whole get ready with me and I wanted to save it for more than 24 hours, I would add that to my makeup highlight. I haven't, but that is something that I would do. And that way people can, like, 5 weeks from now, they could still go back and see the whole get ready with me. So I do love the highlights. So I have a skincare, I have a makeup, and then I have random ones. So I'll have like, if I'm running a sale, I'll do like a whole sale highlight, and I'll delete it whenever the sale's over. So that way it doesn't only last for 24 hours. And that another reason is because I don't want to keep posting the same thing for like 5 days. If I'm running just say I'm running a 5-day sale, or if I'm saying free shipping all week, I'm not going to probably post that every single day in like 15 different graphics about it or whatever. So I'll just say, check out my highlights, and people will go and they'll click my highlight and they'll watch the whole story through. And that way, I'm sorry. And that way, they can see everything that's going on, and I can add to it whenever I want to. So I will do like a sale one, like with Black Friday. I started on Friday and I did new things every day till Monday. But I had different graphics. Like I would show the climate control and I'd say, this is $51 this week only, or this weekend only. And I would post different things about it, but that way it was all in the same place, and everybody, you know, someone could go and see every single thing that was on sale or every single story that I had posted. So the highlights are really, really important. I also have one that I use for like just like my family. Like there's one that says like Life with the Truesdells, and I'll post like my kids on that one. I have one for my dog and my cat and like just random things. But like I said, people want to see your everyday life and people want to see what you're up to. I have all of my Synergens trips on there. I have every single conference, and I have every single, or the trips that I have been on, with Synergens. So I have all of those highlighted. That way people can see how much fun this job is. And I always see, like, you can also see everybody that views the story. So you can always see if there's more like new people looking at it or whatever. So I'll just check on there randomly, and I'm like, okay, see someone else, you know, the number went up. There's like no way to see the new person because there's a lot of people, but you can see that people are still viewing the story, which is pretty cool. And you can delete them at any time. So the highlights are definitely a must. You have to have those. And I have created like a little thing on Word Swag. You guys, if you don't have Word Swag, you need to go download it as soon as this live video is over. Word Swag, it's so simple. So you can take a picture and add words to it. There's like a million apps like this, but Word Swag I have found is just like my absolute favorite. I love their fonts, and it's really, really easy to work with. You can also add your logo. So I'll get into that too. One more thing. So I love Word Swag, but I have created like highlights with Word Swag. And so it'll say like makeup, and it'll be a little pink circle with white writing. And so all of them look the same, but they have different words. So it looks really, really neat and organized because I am like I'm a neat freak, okay? That's why my profile was set up the way it was. And so when I deleted all of that, I had really bad anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, I hope I still like get my sales because this is like really crazy. But so yeah, so make your profile really cute, make it really, really organized. That way if people are searching for things, it's easy to find. Just like in Molly's group, in this group, it's super easy to find things because we have that search bar at the top of the page. So like Molly was saying, if you want to go search for the ring light, has all the links, it has everything in there, and that's what makes everything so simple and so easy. So it's the same thing with Instagram for your customers. Make it simple, and just make it really, really cute. So, okay. Logos. So let me talk about logos super quick, and then I'll answer the question about what should go in the bio. So you guys, branding is huge. So I have a whole training on branding. So I'm not going to get too deep into it, but having your brand, like your brand is your business, and you want to make a name for yourself, and you want to have yourself a little logo. Okay. My best friend makes them, so I get like a new one all the time. I don't change my name or anything, but I'll add like a cute little flower. Like I'll change it up here and there. But branding yourself is super important, and you want to make sure that you do have a logo for your business to put on your photos, to watermark your photos. Like on my selfies, I'll add the little watermark at times, or on my graphics, I always add my logo. That way it just makes it like your own, okay? Because anybody can post a graphic, okay? But when you're actually like taking the time to make your own, you want to brand that because that's yours. That's yours, girl. You worked for that thing. So you want to make sure that you do have a logo. You want it to be transparent. If you would like to know my best friend's Instagram page, she's really, really good. You guys can message me directly and I will let you know. But branding is super, super important. So make sure you are adding your logo to your graphics. And if you want to add them to your selfies, you definitely can. Roxanne, you're really, 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 really good about adding your logo to everything. And I absolutely love that. So everything is lips and lashes and I freaking love it. So, you know what I'm talking about branding and, just making sure that that is on everything because this is your brand. This is your business. So it's super easy to like add it to things too. All you do is you can go to Bazart. So, that's another one of my favorite apps and you can upload your photo and then you can add the, your transparent logo right onto it. And then if you're doing word swag, you can automatically add your logo onto your graphic or you can add words and things to like a picture and then add your logo to that as well. So word swag and Bazart, you guys have to have those and then make sure you do have a logo for your business and your brand. You can do it on word swag and Over too. I don't know Over, but yes, word swag, love word swag. What was that app? So Bazart, I think it's Bazaart, I believe, and then Word Swag. Those are two must haves, at least for me. I love those. Okay, so back on the question, Over is a great app too. Hey, okay, I'm gonna go download that one as soon as we get off. Okay, so the other thing is what should go in the bio. So in the bio, I have, the team, so you guys, I have $3 million team, which is what we did last seminar year. So I wrote that, and then I have where I'm from. So I have Texas on there, because some people like to do local only, like literally only shop locally. So I like to say where I'm from. Of course we do ship, or I ship anywhere, but a lot of people like to come and pick it up, or we can meet like halfway and drop it off or whatever. Especially if it's something you need like the next day. Sometimes, and this isn't often, but there will be people that they're like, you know, my distributor lives all the way in California and I know that I'm not going to get it, but I need it like today or tomorrow for my wedding or like whatever. And it's happened a few times and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can meet up with you. You know, you live right down the street. And, you know, I'm not like I'm trying to take their customers, but they see that I'm in Texas. And so they ask me like, hey, where are you from? And I'm like, Houston. And they're like, okay, yeah, I need to meet you like right now. So it's happened a few times. So you want to make sure that you are including where you're from. And that's another way just for people to get to know you as well. Maybe that situation doesn't happen, but at least they know that you are local to them. If maybe their distributor or maybe you're their new distributor or you're their distributor and they'd like to know where you're from. So you want to make sure you're including that. Another thing is I have like that I'm a wife and a mom. And then I have my Cinesite. So I change it up. So sometimes I have my Cinesite on there, which I just made a Cinesite in October. But before that, and I've changed it up every month. I mean, I know it's only been since October, but every other month I'll put the catalog in there. So I like to put the catalog because you get a lot of people that just kind of want to look at the products, and I like the catalog, or I call it the catalog, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the beauty book. But I call it, to my customers, I call it a catalog because that's really what it is. And my customers love that because they don't have to ask a million questions, because people get like weird about like asking a million questions, which I don't mind, but you know, like it's weird asking like the same thing over and over or whatever. So they like to look at the things themselves, and then they can tell me, hey, like, what do you think about me getting the Climate Control or versus the Nangai oil, or what do you think about both of them together, or whatever. They've already looked at the products and they kind of know about them a little bit. And so a lot of my customers really, really love that. Or they'll be like, hey, can you send me a picture of all the colors? Or, hey, what are your eyeliner options, or whatever. And I can either send them the link, or I can actually like go through and send like 228 pictures. So the catalog is really, really a great option. So I'm sure Molly has that posted as well. If you search the in the search bar, beauty book, It should pop up from October because that's when we got our new beauty book. So make sure you are sending the right link because that one has the Volume Intense mascara and the new eyeliner and all of the new stuff. So make sure you're sending the correct one because you don't want them to miss out on any of the new goodies. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I put in my bio. I'm trying to think of anything else that I have in there, and I think that's pretty much it. Wife and mom. I live in Texas. My team, and then my catalog or my Cinesite, whichever one I'm going through at that time. Right now, I think it's my Cinesite, but I think I'm going to change it up soon to, well, December 1st. I'm going to change it back to the catalog. All right, so guys, are there any other questions? Any other questions? I'm so sorry about that other freaking video doing that. I can't believe that happened. It literally happened during my launch party last night. I was doing my eyeshadow and all of a sudden it cut off. And so I'm like halfway through my eyeshadow, had to restart the video during a launch. How embarrassing. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I think it's worse during a training because everyone wants it in the same spot and it's not. So, Melissa, how do you link stuff to your stories? Okay, so what do you mean by link stuff to your stories? So do you mean like when people say like swipe up to get this offer or like swipe up to purchase this and it sends them like directly to the Cinesite or something like that? What sucks about that, and that's another thing I need to write Instagram and complain about, is that you have to have 10,000 followers to be able to do the swipe up option, which is so stupid, but that's how it is. So if that's what you mean, you gotta have 10,000 followers. If you do, then there's a little like swirl thing, like it looks like the infinity sign or like an 8 sideways, I think. And that's how you would do the link. You type in the IP or the, you know, whatever, not IP address, the website, and it would take you to it. It sucks so bad. On my other page I can do it, but I don't even really use that page anymore because I just kind of like love my business page now. So I don't even really, I'm not able to do it either. I know, it freaking sucks. I hate that. That is something that I really don't like. But hopefully they'll change that soon because, I mean, 10,000 is like a lot and seems a little excessive. So hopefully they'll like lower that down for us like normal people over here because it seems just like crazy. Okay guys, are there any other questions? I hope this helped on Instagram and getting some new ideas and just something to think about here and there, you know, change up your profile and all that good stuff. Okay, so if there's no questions, I'm going to get off of here. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I will go back and answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Molly, for having me on here. I would love to come back on and do a whole Instagram training, a whole training on branding, because branding is super important, and I have a whole thing about that, and I actually do have notes for that one, so I won't be jumping around everywhere. Okay guys, I hope everyone has a happy Thursday night, and I hope everyone has a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.